Contrary to what some people might think, Shaolin monks are not born with their superhuman abilities. Their particular set of skills are honed through years of discipline, meditation, and a strict diet that swears off meat. Their rigorous training is one of the toughest in the world, pushing the limits of what their minds and bodies can achieve. That's why challenging them to a fist fight might be the single greatest mistake you'll ever make in your life. Here are 8 reasons why you can't mess with a Shaolin Master. What's up, Fanatics? This is Discovery Amuse serving up your daily dose of the most outrageous, outlandish, and out-of-this-world fun facts. Our number 1 pick will have you believe these martial arts experts do have balls of steel. So stay tuned and witness just how far their super strength goes. Now, let's enter the dragon.
I am the Dragon Warrior.
Number 8. They start young. Did you know that Shaolin training could start as early as 3 years old? While most of us were still probably eating dirt at that age, some Shaolin children are already living a life of discipline and dedication, like this kid.
我叫赵基恩，今年5岁了，我来少林寺学武功，已经2年了。
Their daily activities require them to wake up by 5 a.m. to meditate, train, eat, and then train some more. In this exercise that looks like an extreme version of tree hugging, students wrap their body like a ring around the trunk, meant to make them tough as a woodpecker's lips. Their stamina is also developed through sprints, stair workouts, stretches, and splits. Ouch! These children will then move on to learn some Shaolin Kung Fu moves, like leg movements, blocks, strikes, and stands. Weapons training and acrobatics are also included in the Shaolin curriculum, so you better resist the urge to squeeze their tiny little cheeks if you know what's good for you. Keep watching till number 1 if you want to find out how to become a real man. I'll just say up front, if that's what it takes, I'm out.
No! Hell no! No!
Number 7. They are hard-headed. No, seriously, their skulls are virtually indestructible. Shaolin monks practice the Tai To Gong, which is basically banging their heads against objects to strengthen their melons like iron. But they do take extra caution to avoid permanent brain injuries. In the initial stages of the training, the monk wraps the head with layers of silk before banging it repeatedly against a wall. Over time, several silk layers are removed until they can hit the wall with their bare head. However, they are forbidden to do headbutts during combat, and they can only use this fatality move for self-defense. Some Shaolin masters have even trained their skulls to resist electric drills. You might want to look away for a while as this monk challenges this innocent girl to drill a hole through his head. The monk only sustained a tiny dent, but judging from the look on that girl's face, she seemed to be scarred for life. Through the meditative art of Qigong, which uses controlled breathing and the circulation of qi, or the energy flow throughout the body, Shaolin masters can summon and direct the energy into different parts of the body, like their necks. So when these Shaolin teenagers invite you to hang out, you better think twice. Number 6. They will give you the finger. If you cross a Shaolin master, they won't just raise their middle finger at you like wimps do.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know how this machine worked.
Their digits are far deadlier than that. By mastering the art of the diamond finger, Shaolin monks are able to turn their fingers into legit weapons.
Skadoosh.
They start by finger-punching bowls filled with dirt until they eventually move on to finger-punching tree trunks. The deep holes you see in this poor tree were caused by training monks who press their fingers into the bark multiple times a day. Another strengthening exercise they do is driving a nail into a plank of wood and removing it with 3 fingers. They alternate each finger from both hands to train them equally. The most experienced of them all could eventually do finger stands using their index fingers, just like this monk, whose finger might have its own six-pack. Number 5. They can shoot needles. When it comes to artillery, Shaolin monks don't need all those fancy schmancy guns or pistols. Heck, they don't even need any bullets. All they need is a piece of needle. Through years of training, Shaolin masters can focus their energy on their hands to make a needle fly like a deadly dart. And like most Shaolin practice, there is the not-so-subtle art to shooting needles. Here's a step-by-step guide.
Now he's bringing the energy to the diaphragm, to the homeland. Of course, this takes many years of practice. Anybody could do that, but he's breathing in the real energy.
Now watch as this Shaolin master attempts to burst the balloon on the other side of the glass panel using only his brute force and a teeny tiny needle.
Whoa! Oh, wow! Look at that!
If they can do that with a small spike, imagine what they can do with knives and daggers. One thing's for sure, I wouldn't want to be anywhere near the plate when that dude's pitching.
Oh my God!
Number 4. They are human armor. Whenever it's core day for Shaolin disciples, planks, crunches, and sit-ups are just for warming up. In a Shaolin practice called Iron Shirt, disciples strengthen their torsos by using their fists to strike abdominal muscles, the chest, outer arms, and ribs. Bamboo and metal brushes are also a great option according to this Shaolin YouTuber.
So this bamboo brush is for health reasons. This iron brush is for kung fu, for conditioning your body.
They do this every morning and every night for 6 whole months. Later on, they replace the fists with sacks of mung beans, then gravel, and finally, steel balls. In some temples, monks scrape their own bellies with blades to harden the skin. Then they receive blows from fellow monks before graduating into wooden hammers and making their way up to iron ones. And for the ultimate finale, the more advanced students perform knocking the bell. It doesn't sound so intimidating until you see what they ram into their stomachs.
Oh my God.
And in case you're still doubtful about the capabilities of their armor-like torsos, here's a clip of a Shaolin monk being suspended on spears. And what do we have here? A monk casually suctioning a bowl onto his abdomen. You know, just a normal day in the office. Watch as volunteers try but fail miserably to take off the darn bowl.
Oh my God.
Good luck tossing this Shaolin salad. Number 3. They're just incredibly strong. Walking on water, pulling cars with their body, and contorting like rubber bands are just some of the mad stunts these real-life superheroes can do. No special effects required. The skill of having a light body allows them to rest on the branch of a tree like a butterfly without breaking it. In this video, Shaolin monk Shi Liliang ran on water with nothing but thin wooden boards for a solid 400 feet. Full disclosure, it took him 6 attempts to do this, but still, it's an impressive feat. He achieved this unbelievably light body by training with a steel plate on his back and iron bars on his feet. Some Shaolin masters could also give One Punch Man a run for his money.
Checkmate.
Breaking a stack of iron and bricks with just a single blow? Piece of cake.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Number 2. They're too hot to handle. Ever wondered how Shaolin monks survive training in the middle of freezing snow with nothing more than their usual robes or sometimes even half naked? Apparently, they use a yoga technique called tamao. which allows them to enter a state of deep meditation and raise their body heat by up to 17 degrees Fahrenheit. The method involves focusing on a mental image of flames along the spinal cord. Scientists see this as a profound example of the mind's ability to influence the body.
In simple meditation, they decrease their metabolism upwards of 64%.
One practical application of this skill is drying wet sheets by merely wrapping them around their bodies. During the cold Tibetan nights, they even hold a contest wherein the monk that dries the most sheets before dawn wins. The prize? A snow cone.
Snow cone?
Before we go to our number one pick, do us a solid and make sure to smash the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. Don't forget to choose all so you won't miss out on any of our latest life-changing, boredom-busting content. And of course, be sure to turn on notifications in your app's settings. Number 1. They have an iron crotch. Any Shaolin Master worth his salt knows that a groin attack is one of the most effective ways to inflict extreme pain on a male opponent. So it's only natural for their family jewels to get some long and hard training too. Their ball-busting stamina enables them to withstand whatever you try to crack their nuts with. From fists and kicks to metal bars and even battering rams. The art of Mendangong, also known as iron crotch, starts with intense meditation to clear the mind of lustful thoughts and to prepare for the incoming pain. Students flick their own testicles to reduce sensitivity, and then they upgrade to more force until they can take any kind of blow down there. Some monks even pull weights across fields using their manhood.
这一套功法都是我们这都属于一套内练一口气，外练筋骨皮，我练出来的。
As to what he thought was funny about crushing one's balls defeats me. So, would you ever consider training to become a Shaolin Master yourself? Tell us why in the comments section below. Take home any of our exclusive gear by browsing our merch shelf or clicking the link in the video description. And while you're at it, take our quiz to find out how you can earn extra cash online doing what you do best. Awesome, right? Want to see more badass bros beating the crap out of the bad guys? Then don't miss our list of the 10 most elite special forces in the world. Till then, stay tough as nails, Facnatics, and see you in the next video.